So I'm co-director of the SuperGen Bioenergy Hub, which is a combined academic industrial organization that coordinates all of the research and development activity in bioenergy within the United Kingdom. I'm also a professor at Imperial College London, and I work on developing new biorefinery concepts and then commercializing them through spin-out companies. So it's a great question. So my biorefinery company has a pretty unusual value proposition in that we process really low quality waste lignocellulosic feedstocks and make wood pulp out of them. So we're able to make things like textiles from dissolving pulp or even paper additives from really low quality waste wood because we have a sort of a combined cleansing and pulping process that works even at quite large scale. Oh yes, so the biggest challenge, of course, which everybody's very much aware of, is scale up. It takes a very long time to develop technologies inside a laboratory, and then of course we have to prove how they're going to work at commercial scale. And with large scale industries like bioenergy, that means we have to go through a long series of demonstrations and piloting activities, which are ever increasing in scale. And that takes a very, very long time, and each step is required to establish that a different part of the concept works in a commercial environment, and each one of course doesn't make very much money, and so it requires a lot of patience and a lot of capital investment in order to make the transition from a laboratory into a big commercial plant. Right now, I would say yes. If you'd asked me that same question a year ago, I might have said no. And I think to some extent it depends on where you're located. So my companies are mostly in the United Kingdom, except for the biorefinery one that works at large scale, which is in the European Union. So it's in two different locations in the European Union. And I certainly see a big difference between those two locations. I think in the EU there's very much a tailwind at the moment to try and establish that some of these concepts will work at large scale. And I think in the UK we're a few years behind that, so we're still more in the headwind category of trying to fight through the idea that we have to transition from a fossil-based economy to a renewable economy. And the UK is very much supportive of that, but we've so far just focused on energy, and so we haven't started thinking about materials, which is really the next step in that evolution. But I'm much more confident that we're going to get there also.